The latest victims of Islamic rage over Muhammad cartoons are Christians in church, because nothing says Islam like stabbing Christians to death over cartoons they had nothing to do with. Earlier today, at the Notre Basilica in Nice, France, a Jihadi slaughtered 3 Christians in the name of Allah. The BBC reports. 3 people have died in a knife attack at a church in Nice in what French President Emmanuel Macron said was an Islamist terrorist attack. He said France would not surrender its core values after visiting the Notre Basilica in the southern city. An extra 4,000 troops are being deployed to protect churches and schools. 4,000 troops are being deployed to protect churches and schools. Protect them from what? Protect them from terrorists who target churches and schools over cartoons. Welcome to Islam in the 21st century. In Nice, one elderly victim was virtually beheaded, officials said. Another woman and a man also died. A male suspect was shot and detained. Anti-terror prosecutors have opened an investigation into the attack, and France has raised its national security alert to its highest level. French media are quoting sources close to the investigation as saying the attacker was a 21-year-old Tunisian migrant. However, the authorities have not provided any details. Nice Mayor Christian Estrosi spoke of Islamofascism and said the suspect had repeated endlessly, Allahu Akbar, God is greatest. Actually, Allahu Akbar means Allah is greater, i.e., greater than your God or anything you believe in. Jihadis show that Allah is greater than your God or anything you believe in by slaughtering you. The New York Times adds an interesting detail about the terrorist. The mayor of Nice, Christian Estrosi, told reporters on Thursday that a suspect who has not been identified was arrested after being shot and wounded by the police. The suspect kept repeating Allahu Akbar in front of us, even though he was sedated, Mr. Estrosi said, adding this left no doubt about the motivation behind the attack. This guy had been shot, restrained, and sedated, and he was still mumbling Allahu Akbar. That's a man of focus and dedication. That's what you're up against, France. That's what you're up against, Europe. That's what you're up against, Western civilization. That's what you're up against, planet Earth. And how have politicians and journalists and educators and entertainers been responding to this global threat for the past 2 decades? By defending and promoting the fake prophet and the stupid book that keep convincing people to slaughter us, and by condemning and vilifying anyone who dares point out that terrorism is an essential feature of Islam. For years, I've been telling the world what Muhammad taught his followers. He said, I have been commanded to fight against people till they testify that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. He said, I have been made victorious with terror. Muhammad said, as clearly as anyone has ever said anything, that his true followers are going to fight you until you convert to his religion, and that their path to victory is terror. In the words of Will Smith in I, Robot, somehow, I told you so just doesn't quite say it.